Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you were waiting for something, a result, an answer, or an opportunity, and the waiting just feels unbearable? The anxiety starts building up, and the restless thoughts don't seem to stop. What if there was a way to remain calm and composed during these long periods of uncertainty, without letting the waiting consume you? Hi, I'm the Stoic Way, and today, we're diving into the Stoic concept of patience during long periods of waiting. Whether you're waiting for a promotion, a response to an important decision, or a change in your personal life, the process of waiting can create a lot of stress and anxiety. Stoicism offers a powerful approach to handling these moments with calmness and clarity. In modern life, we are often caught in waiting. From job interviews and results from tests to waiting for life as bigger opportunities to unfold. It's easy to become frustrated and restless. But Stoicism teaches us that patience isn't about passive acceptance, but about actively choosing to focus on what we can control while waiting for what is beyond our influence. In this video, we'll explore the Stoic wisdom of endure and renounce, as taught by Epictetus, and break down how Stoic philosophy can help you manage the anxiety and impatience that often accompany it. On periods of waiting, we'll look at how to cultivate patience without passivity and turn waiting into an opportunity for growth and peace. Before we dive in, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below if you've ever struggled with waiting. What Stoic principles would you like to learn more about in dealing with life's moments of uncertainty? Let's get started. Let's reflect on this insightful quote from Epictetus, "Endure and renounce, Epictetus." This quote perfectly encapsulates the Stoic approach to patience, not as a passive waiting, but as an active choice to endure the difficulties of life and renounce the desire for immediate results. In moments of waiting, it's easy to feel frustration and anxiety because we are uncertain about the future. But Epictetus teaches us that patience is not about simply enduring without purpose. It's about maintaining our integrity and peace, despite the uncertainty. When we wait for something, whether it's a response to a job application, waiting for a personal relationship to evolve, or even waiting for answers to important questions in life, it can stir up feelings of anxiety, fear, and restlessness. The Stoic mindset, however, encourages us to endure these moments, but also to let go of our attachment to the outcome. By renouncing the need for control over timing or results, we find freedom in accepting that some things are beyond our power. Think about it. When you're waiting for something important, how do you usually respond? Are you caught up in stress and impatience, or can you practice patience, trusting the process and focusing on what you can control? We just explored Epictetus' quote, "Endure and renounce." This simple yet profound teaching offers us a powerful Stoic perspective on how to approach moments of waiting and uncertainty. Let's break this down further. When we face long periods of waiting, whether it's waiting for results, answers, or opportunities, the natural reaction is often restlessness or anxiety. We want immediate gratification, and the feeling of being in limbo makes us uncomfortable. However, Epictetus encourages us to see these moments not as a source of frustration, but as an opportunity to practice patience and discipline. Endure doesn't mean we just passively accept discomfort. It means we actively choose to persist through challenges, knowing that hardship is a part of life's natural flow. By renouncing the desire to control every aspect of the waiting period, we release the emotional strain we often place on ourselves when things don't happen on our timeline. This quote is a reminder that our peace isn't dependent on external circumstances. It is something we cultivate internally. We choose to endure challenges, let go of attachment to outcomes, and trust that life unfolds as it should. This is a powerful Stoic tool for reducing stress and finding peace in moments of uncertainty. Think about a time in your life when you were waiting for something important, perhaps a job opportunity, a major life change, or a decision you were anxiously anticipating. How did you react during that waiting period? Was your mind consumed by worry, fear of the unknown, or impatience? This is where Stoicism can help. Instead of getting lost in the anxiety, you can embrace the process of waiting as an opportunity to practice endurance. When you let go of the need for control, you free yourself from the emotional toll of waiting. Imagine you're waiting for an important email that could change the course of your career. Instead of checking your inbox obsessively or becoming stressed about the outcome, practice enduring this time with patience. Focus on what you can control, your mindset, your response, and the actions you can take in the present moment. The core Stoic principle tied to this quote is the dichotomy of control. In Stoicism, we divide the world into two categories: things we can control and things we cannot. Waiting is one of those moments where we often find ourselves focusing on things outside our control, such as the timing of results or the actions of others. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control how long we wait or when the results come, but we can control how we choose to spend that waiting time. By practicing patience and renouncing our attachment to outcomes, we find that we can navigate these periods with much less stress and more peace. The Stoics teach us that true freedom comes from focusing on what is in our power, our actions, our thoughts, and our responses, and letting go of the rest. Here is how you can start applying this concept immediately. Next time you find yourself waiting, whether it is for an email, a decision, or an opportunity, ask yourself, what can I control in this moment, instead of focusing on what is outside your control, like the timing of an event or the actions of others. Shift your energy toward what you can do right now. For example, if you're waiting for a job offer rather than obsessing over whether or not you'll get the job, focus on what you can control, your next steps. Whether that is preparing for an upcoming interview, learning a new skill, or staying positive and patient during the wait. Shift your energy from worry to purposeful action. Even though you can't control the outcome, you can control the attitude with which you approach it. I've found this practice incredibly useful in my own life. I remember waiting for a response after a major presentation at work. I had no control over when or how I would hear back, and the waiting felt unbearable at times. But once I remembered the Stoic idea of endurance, that waiting itself can be a practice in patience, I shifted my focus. Instead of obsessing over the outcome, I focused on continuing to do my best in my work and maintaining a positive attitude. This not only helped me manage the waiting, but also kept me grounded in the present, instead of being anxious about the future. Now, think about your own life. Where are you currently in a period of waiting, and how much you apply Stoicism to it? Can you practice patience and shift your focus toward what you can control, like your response, your mindset, or the action steps you can take while you wait? In Stoicism, one of the key teachings is that patience is not about passive waiting. It's about actively engaging in life and choosing how to respond, even during periods of uncertainty or delay. The principle of endure and renounce encourages us to stay grounded and focused, even when things aren't moving as fast as we would like. We all experience long waiting periods, whether it's waiting for an important email, a job decision, or simply dealing with situations that seem beyond our control. Stoicism teaches us that the way we respond to these moments determines our peace of mind, not the external circumstances. The Stoic approach emphasizes detaching from a need for immediate results and instead focusing on the process, trusting that by doing what is within our control, we lay the foundation for success, regardless of when it arrives. The concept of enduring with patience without passively accepting life's challenges, has deep roots in Stoic philosophy. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, frequently emphasized the importance of practicing patience and resilience in his works, especially in the discourses. Epictetus taught that we cannot control external events, but we always have control over how we respond to them. This idea resonates deeply with Stoic thought, rather than obsessing over when something will happen or how it will turn out. We should focus on maintaining calm and integrity during the waiting period. This philosophy was echoed by other Stoic thinkers, including Marcus Aurelius, who repeatedly reminded himself that he should stay focused on his actions, regardless of the outcomes. Both Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius understood that life will often test our patience, but through patience, endurance, and control over our thoughts, we maintain our dignity and peace. At its core, the Stoic principle of endurance during waiting periods means accepting the reality of the present moment and renouncing any attachment to the outcome. It's important to recognize that waiting is a natural part of life, and no matter how much we wish for things to unfold quickly, we have little control over the timing of many events. The true power lies in how we handle the time we spend waiting. Renouncing the attachment to the outcome means we stop fixating on when or how things will happen, and instead focus on what we can do during the wait. Whether that's using the time to reflect, prepare, or simply practice patience, we empower ourselves to stay grounded, regardless of how long it takes for the results to come. Let's apply this principle to a common real-life scenario. Waiting for a job offer. We've all experienced the anxiety that comes with waiting for a response after an interview. During these long waiting periods, it's easy to become consumed by what might happen and obsess over the outcome. But Stoicism encourages us to shift our focus. What we can control is our effort, our attitude, and how we respond to the wait, instead of letting the waiting period make us anxious or impatient. We can choose to use the time wisely. For instance, while waiting for a job offer, rather than spending time constantly checking your inbox, you can focus on building new skills, working on personal development, or reflecting on what you learned during the interview. These are things you can control, and by focusing on them, you take positive action that benefits you, regardless of when the outcome arrives. The impact of this Stoic approach on our mental health is significant. Waiting for things that feel important can create stress and anxiety, especially when we become fixated on the outcome. By detaching from the need for immediate results and focusing on what we can control, we free ourselves from the emotional burden of waiting. This shift not only reduces stress but also helps us develop emotional resilience. When we practice patience and choose to engage with life during the waiting period, we cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace. The less we tie our peace to external outcomes, the more we can navigate uncertainty with calmness and clarity. By practicing endurance and renouncing the emotional attachment to results, we learn to maintain balance and emotional stability, regardless of external circumstances. By applying these Stoic principles, enduring through patience, focusing on what we can control, and renouncing emotional attachment to results, we can stay grounded, calm, and resilient during long periods of waiting. Stoicism teaches us that the key to peace lies in how we respond, not in how quickly or how exactly things unfold. Today, we explored how Stoic philosophy helps us stay grounded during long periods of waiting. We discussed how patience is not passive, but an active practice of enduring with purpose and detaching from the need for immediate results. Epictetus' teaching, endure and renounce, serves as a reminder that we can choose to focus on our actions and mindset instead of the timing or uncertainty of external outcomes. By embracing this approach, We free ourselves from unnecessary stress and emotional turmoil. So, how can you apply this Stoic principle today? The next time you find yourself waiting for something important, whether it's a job response, a decision, or an opportunity, ask yourself, what can I control in this moment? Focus on actions that are within your power, such as using the time wisely to reflect, grow, or prepare. Shift your energy from worrying about the outcome to investing in the present moment and embracing patience. Remember, patience is not about doing nothing. It's about choosing to stay calm, focus on the process, and trust that the results will come when the time is right. Take a moment to reflect. Is there something in your life right now where you are feeling anxious about the outcome? How can you shift your mindset from focusing on the result to focusing on the process? I encourage you to try this Stoic practice next time you feel impatient or restless. How can you use the waiting period to grow or improve, rather than stressing about what's out of your control? If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can keep learning Stoic wisdom for a peaceful, purpose-driven life. Let me know in the comments how you handle waiting periods and how you can apply the Stoic principles of patience and endurance to your life. To leave you with a final thought, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: endure and renounce. Patience is not about passivity, it's about engaging with life, regardless of how long the waiting lasts, and trusting that in time, everything will unfold as it should. Stay grounded, stay patient, and remember that the power lies in how you respond, not in how quickly things happen.